In most of our history classes, we focus on the big names, the generals, the politicians, and the high-tech weapons. But there's a parallel history that's just as intense, and it isn't written in textbooks. It's written in hoofprints and paw pads. Imagine you're a sailor in 1941. Your ship just got hit and is sinking into the freezing Atlantic. Now imagine you're the ship's cat. According to the Wikipedia's entry on Unsinkable Psalm, this cat survived the sinking of German battleship Bismarck, got rescued by the British, and then survived the sinking of two more warships. Sam is a legend, but his story is just one small part of huge history. Today, I want to talk about the silent ranks, the animals that have acted as our scouts, our messengers, and our literal lifesavers. We're going to look at their old school roles on the battlefield, the wild ways the Navy uses them today, and the ethical gray area we're still trying to figure out. Before we had GPS or drones, the military basically ran on muscle and bone. According to EBSCO Research Starter on Zoology, the scale of animals used in the 20th century was insane. In World War I, around 8 million horses and mules died just trying to haul supplies through the mud that was so deep it would swallow a truck engine. But it wasn't just about moving heavy stuff. It was about the communication. The Imperial War Museum points out that carrier pigeons had a 95% success rate when radios failed. One bird, Shirami, literally saved 194 soldiers after being shot mid-flight to deliver a message. Beyond birds, we had dogs sniffing out tripwires. And in one famous case, a Syrian brown bear named Wojciech, who was officially enlisted in the Polish army. He actually helped soldiers move heavy crates of ammunition during the Battle of Monte Cassino. He wasn't just a mascot, he was doing the work. And while bears and horses provided the strength, some of the most critical work was done by the smallest creatures in the trenches. During the First World War, soldiers utilized the unique biological traits of garden slugs as a chemical gas detector. These slugs could detect gas, mustard gas, well before humans could. When the slugs sensed the gas, they would compress their bodies and close their breathing pores, signaling to the soldier that it was time to put on their gas masks. In the dark, claustrophobic tunnels beneath the front lines, lighting a way could be a death sentence if it gave away a position. To solve this, soldiers collected glowworms in jars. These insects provided a soft, cold light that allowed officers to study tactical maps and read messages without being spotted by enemy snipers. Even the tiny glowworms, mentioned alongside the legends like Unsinkable Sam, were vital to survival in the trenches. And fast forwarding to today, we haven't stopped using animals. We've just moved to more specialized biological skills. Since the 60s, the US Navy has been working with dolphins and sea lions because, believe it or not, human tech still can't beat a dolphin's natural sonar. According to the Dolphin Project, in cluttered waters like shipwrecks or reefs, dolphins can tell the difference between a rock and a hidden mine with way more accuracy than a computer. These animals are tactical specialists. Sea lions are trained for object recovery at the bottom of the ocean, and dolphins act like underwater security guards, patrolling harbors for combat divers, trying to sabotage ships. It's wild to think that millions of years of evolution have become a literal national security asset. But this brings up the big question. Just because we can use animals for war, should we? Legally, it's complicated. In a report for the Leiber Institute at West Point, legal expert Michael Schmidt explains that under the laws of war, animals are basically classified as property. They aren't soldiers because they can't understand international law, but we train them like they're elite special forces. This is where the debate starts. The Dolphin Project argues that it's wrong to draft animals into human wars when they can't give consent. They're put into high-stress spots and shipped around in tanks. On the flip side, the military says these animals get the best vet care on the planet and do jobs that save humans' lives, jobs that robots just can't handle yet. So when we look at history, it really shows us how much we relied on the natural world to survive our own conflicts. We've gone from horses in the mud to dolphins in the deep sea, showing just how much we've needed their unique skills. So the next time you see a war memorial, Try to remember the ones without names. Remember the glowworms that the soldiers used to read maps in the dark, the dogs that found landmines, and the cat like Sam who kept everyone sane. They didn't have a choice in the matter. They didn't get medals, but they were right there in the trenches with us.